Welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We're two friends, fiber, who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is.
Diana.
Did I hit the record button? Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, you did.
It's episode 407. I have an Alberta clipper blowing through the city here real quick.
Oh, delightful.
So
I
it
have
was
cold blowing through me real quick.
well, we had the highways closed and schools closed outside of the city as of 7:30, quarter to 8 this morning. And she's been
Oh,
moving
wow.
into the city for the last little bit. Not a ton of snow called for, like a lot of the province is getting dumped on. But we're getting some winds. We're going up to 80 clicks and we're dropping 20
Ooh.
degrees in temperature in the next 24 hours. So, yay, Alberta
Wow.
Clippers.
Have fun.
Yeah, we went from +2 to -22 in about 48 hours is what's happening right now.
Oof.
Pre-wind chill. Pre-wind chill. And with 80 click winds, we all know it's
Oof.
going to be a wind chill.
Yeah, I don't miss that. It's
I'm
like sunny and what is the temperature today?
I'm fine with the changes. I'm already annoyed at
Minus
the dumb
two.
people. I'm already annoyed at the dumb people I'm going to have to deal with because they won't have figured out how to deal with the changes. Does that make sense? It's not the snow that bothers me. It's the people that can't remember what to do in snow when they live in it for half a year. Those are the people that bother
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Not the people that are new. Like if this is your first winter or your third winter, you don't know yet. You don't know yet. But when your butt has been here since you were born, you have no
You should
excuse.
know how to drive in snow.
You have no
And yet,
excuse. Shall I start with me? Let's do some PSAs and
yeah, I've only got
things.
uh, I've only got two things to talk about, so I'm gonna figure out why I have two stitches coming out of this decrease. While you talk about stuff.
We're going to do a public service announcement. Let's do some PSAs and then we'll get into the good stuff. We've had to move. No, we didn't have to move. We chose to move all of our streaming stuff to Sundays from Saturdays just for ease of our schedules and the ability for Diana to actually go out and have a social life from time to time with, her husband, things she might enjoy doing. I'm like listening to my cat. She's doing her daily constitutional, which is like walk around the coffee table a couple times and then go back to bed. I live with a senior citizen. I got distracted. What was I talking about? I was talking about our streams. If you follow us on Patreon, which we always highly recommend, even if it's not at a paid tier, the free tiers will get you a monthly program schedule, plus a few extra things that we throw out over the year. Bingo cards, the fun stuff. That will tell you where we are from month to month so that you are in the loop, as it were. However, last Sunday of the month, which is upcoming here real quick, is WIP Sprints. So we will be here on YouTube on Sunday at noon Manitoba time, and we will do 3 rounds of 25-minute intense crafting intervals. We just passed our Patreon monthly, so our Patreon tiers at level tier 2 and up just sat down and we had an afternoon of crafting, which is always fun. Or at least I enjoy it, so I hope everybody else does. There's tea,
It's
there's
a good time.
snacks. We get updates from puppies, like the important stuff, and we get to craft and see what everybody else is working on, which I really enjoy seeing what everybody else is working on.
Hmm.
I think that's it. We have a bingo seasonal card update coming out here real quick. And then
Hmm.
kaboof, we're into February. Guys, I have less than 2 weeks till the 2 week sweater challenge. Who's joining me? You know you wanna. You know
I
you
don't think I have
wanna.
time for a 2 week sweater challenge this year.
We're starting on the 31st of January and we're going to the 14th of February. So you too could have a new sweater for Valentine's Day. Just saying.
Cute.
Love yourself. Make yourself a new sweater.
I don't think I have time. There's too many other things going on. I don't think I have that kind of crafting time.
I'm looking at the volume of stuff I'm already signed up and I'm already doing it, and my brain's going, whoo, okay, this is gonna be interesting this year. I'm doing a DK weight sweater. I'm gonna make a second mallow cardigan out of some Aran of Fireweed Fiberco yarn. So I'm excited for that cast on party, which is like very quickly coming around the corner. Oh boy. Otherwise, I think that's it. Now, yarn wise, Lord knows I have more projects than you. But you know what? I'm going to throw you under the bus. I would like to sip some tea and watch you go through your 2 projects. Then it'll be the Jocelyn show.
Oh, I see. All right.
Listen, we have no planogram and you left me in charge. This is what happens.
I have been absolutely obsessed with the garter stitch blanket.
Our podcast
This
anniversary
is,
blanket?
yeah, the podcast anniversary blanket.
It's hard not
This
to be.
started life as the study of snow blanket by Crochet Crowd, Yarn Inspirations,
Yes. Yeah, you
those
are
ones.
correct.
Nothing wrong with the pattern, nothing wrong with the yarn, other than the colors were a little too busy for the pattern. So on Patreon, somebody suggested that what if I just knit it in garter stripes, just like garter stitch, and I'm absolutely loving that. So
You're using the Karen Cake anniversary cake, yeah?
yeah, this is the Karen anniversary cake in birch.
Birch. So I
And
must have
so
pebbled
the
path then. I remember both names, but I forget who has what.
yes, because mine was the browns, so it's birch, and
Yes.
yours is the blues and grays.
Grace. Yeah.
But this is looking so good, and I've got a nice I-cord border on here,
Oh God.
and it's so squishy.
Freaking
I
love that
need you
yarn.
to feel the
To
squish through the
understand,
screen. I
to
need you to
understand.
understand the
I
squish.
love how that is working up. That was an incredibly good call.
Yes.
An incredibly
So,
good call. I'm like, I'm half
the stitch
tempted.
markers,
I'm half
stitch
tempted to
markers
rip
are
mine
marking
and
the
do
front.
yours.
It's not a progress keeper. I started like down here. Or I guess, no, wait. No, this didn't exist last time we recorded because I was
This did
holding up
not
the study of
exist.
snow.
Yeah, this is
So there
new.
you
This
go.
is all progress in 1 week. God, I
So
love a
that
bulky
full
yarn.
square from last week, it became all of this triangle.
You have no idea how tempted I am to rip mine out and do what you're doing.
I could write up a little pattern if anybody wants, because I didn't find a pattern that was doing quite what I wanted. But it's an I-cord tab cast on a
Yeah.
la Stephen West. I just followed one
Uh-huh.
of his video tutorials for one of his shawls.
Yeah.
So I-cord tab cast on. And then do on the right side whatever increases you want on each end. So you
Hmm.
do your I-cord on each side, so your knit three.
Yeah.
Increase however you like. I'm
Yeah.
doing knit front back, but you
I
could
love
make
a knit front
one or
back.
yarn over or whatever you want. Knit across to the last four stitches, do whatever increase you want, and then slip through with yarn in front.
You
And then
know
the wrong
what?
side, just knit across. And three.
Can you sketch me out a rough set of notes? I think I might. I really like how that's looking. I really like how that's looking.
I could definitely do that. So that's
Yeah.
what the wrong side's looking like, and that's what the right side's looking like.
I might change to a knitted blanket. I don't have any knitted blankets. All of my blankets are crochet.
So it is so squishy
Ooh,
and
baby.
lovely, and the yarn
Ooh, baby.
is it's growing so much faster. I'm a little concerned that I don't need two balls for this blanket.
I
I'm just
mean,
gonna kind of make it until I feel like it's big enough, and then I'll start decreasing, and it's probably gonna be a square. I haven't decided on square or rectangle yet, but probably square, just because it's
well,
easy.
I'm definitely doing like a king size bedspread so that it goes over my queen size bed. So like I'm making a square because I need to be 80 inches. So I'd
It's
have
so
to go till I
squishy.
was 80 inches wide and then I could decrease, right?
It's so
So
squishy.
like I know I would be a square. Oh, do I do it or do I stick with the crochet that I've already started? Oh,
I don't know, because
yeah.
I also really like the crochet corner to corner. I did not work on that
Yeah.
this week, so clearly I like this better. But I also
Yes.
still really like that as
Because
an
I like a
option.
crochet corner to corner, right?
It's so squishy.
Oh,
It's so
oh.
squishy.
Okay, now I have some serious thought considerations to do. And while I do that, I'm just going to the ball for my podcast anniversary blankets, like right at my feet. I'm just gonna stick my feet on top of it as a footrest. It's fine. It's fine. There's
Yeah,
nothing to see here, folks.
perfectly normal thing to do. All right, then I gotta scooch a little bit for my second one. I did a little bit of spinning this week.
Oh, you did. Excellent.
I still haven't finished it, so I have to hold up the whole wheel. Ugh.
Hey, Esmeralda.
Fortunately, she is small, so I can do that. One of her legs fell off. It's fine. Anyway, I'm almost done this floof.
Isabella.
Need like 10 or 20 more minutes and then I'll be done this floof. I didn't get to it this week. I did some of it. It was lovely. I want to do more of it.
Okay.
I
What
had I
floof
had
is it?
extra what happened?
What
It's
floof
the
is it?
Advent calendar floof from
Okay.
Fireweed Fiber Co. this year.
Okay.
pick that up again.
Because we
I
do
had
we
an
do
extra
post we
time one
do
morning
post
this
this
week.
on an audio format where the people have no video.
Right, right, right. Yes.
It's a thing we
Sorry,
do.
this is I don't remember which day. I don't remember which day this is, but it's like lavender and blue and it's lovely.
Yeah, because it goes from pinks into blues, purple, like it goes really dark.
Yeah.
I
So
love
I'm
the
very excited
gradient.
to get into the darker colors, but I this
So
is the
nice.
favorite day of the ones that I've spun. This is the
So
favorite
far?
day so
Okay.
far.
Okay. That's fair. I really like the Advent this past year. It was so good. It was so good.
Was so good. And I magically learned how to do long draw, and because there's flax in this blend. Oh no! All of her legs came off. One moment. Because this blend has flax in it, and I have a flax wheel, she was spinning it quite happily. She is now very unhappy that I have tried to show her off on the internet, though, so pardon me one moment while I stick all of her legs back on. One set of legs is just attached by the footman. It's so
That's a
dirty.
YouTube short right there is what that is. Well,
Your turn.
now that that drama's all solved up. Ah, so cute. Where are my snips? I have serious questions, people. Serious questions for the internet.
I don't
Quick
know. Where are your
internet.
snips?
Where are my snips? Somewhere in here. Because I found an end that needs to be snipped. No, I have too much going on. There's too much at this computer desk right now. It's fine. We've made some progress. We've made some progress on that Granny Square purse bag project that I've been working on. You might remember it was last week's WIP It or Rip It. And I made my 13 squares. I've now attached my squares into the flat
Excellent.
layout for the bag. This magically turns into a bag. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Trust
I
me, I'm
believe
a
you.
doctor. I stopped at this stage because today I would like to lay this down on a piece of cardboard, trace it out, and make a cardboard template for the lining
Ah,
of the
smart.
bag before I seam the bag together. So I remember how it seemed. It'll be interesting to seam the fabric this way. I mean, not hard, just interesting. So I'm looking forward to that project. But as it is wasn't in the cards till later today for me to do, possibly tomorrow, to find some lining. I will turn it into a bag in a few days. Then I have to
Cute.
sew my lining, sew the lining into the bag. Then I can add my decorative details, the button flap and button and the handles. Like, so we've got a couple more steps still, but we have made some progress. I opted to
A
go
super
with,
random thought.
sure, I'm with you. And then I'll describe the colors.
Super random thought for cute bags. You know those charms you can put on Crocs that like clip in through the holes? Would
No,
that
but
work through the
okay.
holes in a granny square?
Yes, it would.
And that was my super random thought.
That is a very random. They make charms to go on Crocs. You
Yeah,
have to understand, I think Crocs are awful.
I 1000% agree with you. I don't even think they're comfy. I have tried them and I
I
don't understand them
don't
in the
understand
slightest.
them.
But lots of people like them and there's charms you can get to put on your Crocs.
Sure. Lots of people like things I really never will ever understand, and I'm
I mean,
okay with
lots of
that.
people are objectively wrong, but you know.
That's fine. Uh, this is my second time with this bag. I've made it out of two strands of acrylic in a sparkly-ish blue white variegated, which is what I made all my 13 squares out of. And instead of connecting them with a gray acrylic yarn, which had been the initial thought, I was worried I didn't have enough because I weighed the skein out. I felt uncomfortable with the volume of grams I had. So I switched it out to a chocolate brown that I had a full 100 grams of yarn. Well, okay, I had 92 grams of yarn. I felt a lot more comfortable with that gram count. So it was totally the right call. So now I have this beautiful blue and blue squares surrounded by like this chocolate brown color. It just looks so pretty. Very
It was very
retro,
cute.
but very
Yeah.
pretty. So I'm very excited with the color options. And then I discovered I had a random extra square.
Yeah. What'd
So I
you
was
do that
like,
for?
I don't know. But I took my brown yarn with my random extra granny square of blue and I literally did a single crochet, and I haven't even woven in the end. I did a single crochet around the edge and look, I made a coaster. So I have a finished object.
Ta-da.
I was like, I didn't want this sitting somewhere. I didn't want this waiting around, not doing anything. So no. So no. So I made it into a thing real quick, and I can always use more coasters. Let's talk granny squares. I am, as I'm sure absolutely everybody knows at this point, doing a 365-day Granny Square challenge with Louise. She's using Yarn Utopia's 365-day Granny Square challenge to learn to crochet different stitches. I am using it as an excuse to challenge myself to crochet for an hour a day on Granny Squares to get some Granny Square projects freaking done. I love
Hmm.
it. I love it. This week saw the end of the pre-made tweed squares. So I have to get some more tweed yarn. That's fine. We knew it was coming. I have started the second big color block panel. So I got 2 rows of that. So we've got a bunch of
Nice.
neutral tweed, a la the Battenberg blanket style. Um, and then I got a bunch of colors. Do I know what colors are specifically? No, guys, like half the time I'm not sure what I'm crocheting. I think I did like an orangey color, and then I don't know what the dark color is. Green, blue,
Mm,
purple?
it looks green on camera.
Who knows? It doesn't matter. It looks cute when it's done. That's the only part that I care about. So this is as wide as the square gets. So I've made it. So now I just have to, it's 7 squares wide by 7 squares high on a 3 round granny square, if anybody would like to do the math on that one. This will be a big bed-sized blanket. It will be gifted probably to my niece, though possibly somebody else. It depends if another family member goes, ooh, I want, before it's done. If
Hmm.
nobody claims it, I'll gift it to her. And I slowly made some progress on a multicolored square. So I'm making some squares where there's chunks of color and some squares where all of the colors are different every time I do a color.
That's fun.
And then I'm officially behind by 20 minutes as of recording.
That's
Why?
not too
Because
bad.
I had to read chat the other day. So I have a stack of squares, but I need to do another 20 minutes worth of squares before I'm done yesterday. And then I have to do today's squares. So slow and steady. These are being made out of my acrylic scraps, literally just a bag of scrap acrylic. I've pulled out all the little tiny balls, and I make as many squares as I can make. And then when I can no longer make a solid color ball, the rest of that yarn will either be used to connect the ball, like connect the same color, so that when I'm doing color blocks, I know a band is a color block. Um, or yes, so a banded color block. And then if it's a single color, I don't care. It's just going in my storage bin to hold squares. And then whatever's left over, that tiny, 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 like that 2 grams, that 5 grams, I'm pitching. It's going in the garbage. I'm not keeping it. I'm letting it go. We're stash reducing. And that is what I'm doing. I am not going to use every single millimeter of every yard of all my yarns. I will be here forever and I will never be done.
Yeah.
So no, I'm doing myself a solid, and I am letting it go. I'm letting it go. These are scrap balls of yarn. So this yarn was bought for other projects and has already been used in other things. So this yarn already doesn't owe me anything. I still paid for it. I know in my brain that makes it free. That's crafter math for you. But I still technically did buy that yarn. So I do know that I'm encouraging some waste. I am encouraging some waste for my mental health is what I'm doing before chat gets at me at all the things I could do with the little scraps of yarn. Guys, I live in a very small apartment.
There's a limit at which you just don't
There is
want
a
to deal with the
limit.
scraps of yarn anymore.
There is a limit, and I do not want to be that person that has more stuff than space. And I'm riding that line pretty closely. And I want room for new yarn. So it's the old stuff's got to be used and it's got to go.
And there's
So
no
that's
way a singular crafter is going to create waste on the order of a massive company, so you're fine.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm fine.
You're fine.
I reduce in a lot of other areas, and in an absolute last ditch, I will recycle, but I prefer to reduce and reuse first, and I do that a lot with a lot of things. So I'm not overly concerned.
Ooh,
Okay, I have more to go, because
pattern.
of course I have more to go. When don't I have more to go?
It's all you.
It's all me. Aren't we excited? How did you only do 2 things in 7 days?
I knit a lot on that. Well, I managed three things with Whip It or Rip It, and I did a lot on that blanket, and also sick. I did
It's the
not do
sick.
anything yesterday.
No, you wouldn't. You would have been way too ill. Way too ill. Hang on, wait. I've got yarn
It
wrapped
was a lot
around
of
things.
sleeping. There's a lot of audiobook listening yesterday. I finished an audiobook. That's the most productive thing I did.
Oh, I love audiobook listening. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
The
I listened
that
to
series
the.
that's like That Time I Got Drunk and whatever. It's a cute series. I'm on book two now.
I'm
And That
trying
Time I Got
to.
Drunk and Yeeted a Love Potion at a Werewolf. Would recommend. The first one is That Time I
Okay.
Got Drunk and Saved a Demon is
I'm
cute.
going to what? I'm gonna have to read these. Okay, those sound adorable. Sound adorable. I made some progress on my sock. I'm working on a pair of peppermint snap socks. It's because the yarn is called peppermint snap from Ginger Snap that. This is inside out. The second sock. This is my second sock. So I'm past the heel because we can see I got a heel. I got heel space, and I've got a good chunk of leg done. So I did the second half of my heel, and I'm quickly making progress towards a cuff. Actually, if I fold this over, I could do again another classic rough measurement. The peppermint snap looks like freaking candy cane. It looks like a candy cane. It's pink, it's white, it's cheerful, it's exciting, and it is also got just a hint of green. Just a hint of green. Okay, so I did 2 inches of ribbing, so roughly a thumb span. So I have an inch of body left, an inch of leg. I have an inch of leg, roughly, and then I'm into a heel.
Nice.
Or into a heel. Oh my God. I'm into a cuff because I do toe up vanilla socks. I, in theory, might have a pair of new socks next week. Ooh, I might have another FO next week.
That's
Hot
exciting.
dang, that is exciting. Well, who knew? I didn't. I was just knitting in the round. Socks are so freaking handy to have on the go. And I want to make more socks this year because I need more socks. The sock requirement is getting up there. So because okay, listen, I lose socks. It's not that they get damaged and broken, it's that a singular sock and a blind lady have problems, and I lose them. I lose them. So then I wear them as mismatched pairs for the longest time till I have to say no and let it go. Um, so I don't know. Guys, it's truly bad. I hand wash my socks. I hand wash all of my laundry. So there is no dryer eating the sock situation going on here. Like
Yeah,
regularly
like
sighted people
how
come
can you
into my living space. They don't find them either. So I don't know where they
no
go.
like we moved all your furniture. There were no socks. Or
There
there
were no
was maybe like
socks.
one sock.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I mean, we also would have found my niece's cell phone, which she lost over Christmas, had it been in here when we moved everything. We did
Yeah, we
not.
definitely did
We
not.
would
No.
have noticed that. I wouldn't have noticed that, but you guys definitely would have been like, who owns this random phone? Let's talk fun stuff.
We haven't been so far?
I have some theoretical knitting.
Okay.
Because Lord knows what I need is more projects. Shh. My completion rate so far this year has been most excellent.
True, true.
I don't want to hear it, internet. Oh my God. Here. So remember how I had to rip a Stephen West?
Mm-hmm.
We were all, well, no, I wasn't sad at all. I love his shawls, but now that I know what the shawl looks like, I would not have been happy with the color I chose in the end. So it's fine. But it means I've got 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn. I got one in a purple sparkly
Mm-hmm.
called colorway number 29 because it was Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. Guys, if you aren't tired of hearing us talk about saving 20%, use the code NorthernKnitsPodcast. Save yourself 10%. Order some pretty yarn. Also, Dinosaur Club yarn. So
Yeah, I got mine
excited.
yesterday.
Isn't January stunning? Oh, I can't wait till the end of the month when we can show it off. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Anyway, let's get back to the colors are actually in my hand. I got the purple, or well, I guess it's a purple gray. It's a gray with a purple speckle, maybe. I'm registering purpley gray. There's spots on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't see
Gray with
diddly
purple
spot.
speckle.
But I do know that the gray with purple speckle is sparkly. It's on the discontinued sparkle base. I've had the yarn for a while. And then I've got her tweed fingering, on in a Pinot Noir color, which is a beautiful, rich red, reddy purple. Together, they look great. Now I'm going to say a name. I'm going to say a name, and it's going to cause Diana to go to Ravelry because it is called the Beetle Mood Snood.
Oh, that was you posted that
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Yeah.
I posted the link for Patreon members in the Discord channel,
Mm-hmm.
and it has two strands of fingering held double. Can you imagine this gray purple sparkle and this reddy purple tweed held double to make a dramatic snood?
That will be very
Yeah,
dramatic.
yeah. Should I do it? Should this be my
Obviously,
impromptu
yes.
cast on? Because it checks off a
Obviously, yes.
square on my bingo. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Calls for four skeins of fingering. I have four skeins of fingering. It won't, mine won't color fade the ways because it's a design from Alt Knots. So it won't fade the way hers does, but that's because she has one strand in one color all the way through, and then she changes um the other strand that she's holding halfway through. So, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any Amuse 2320, or is it 2023? We need to go look at that yarn because my God, it's freaking pretty. But I do have a whole bunch of round yarn in a bag that I should be doing something with, and it's two strands of fingering on a 5 millimeter hook. Just gonna crochet up so fast, and I am in full hood snood territory right now. I want the thing that is a cowl but also covers my ear, which is like my happy, not a hat situation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I know I need to knit a hat. I need to have a hat for the minus 30 plus degree weather because my left ear will not do cold anymore at all. And that's fine. It's allowed to get particular. We did muck with it last year. Whatever. But I don't necessarily want to always have to wear a hat. And I'm hoping the hood snood situation will cover that minus 20 to 0 degree temperature range where I can use my hair and the hood snood thing to like not overheat because I still can let a lot of heat out of my head, but keep my ear from getting the wind on it, right? So like that's my hope. But there you go. My
Mm-hmm.
impromptu cast on, always fun, right? Oh my God, I have things on the floor. Why?
What would you do that for?
Because I started, okay, because I've been left alone unsupervised, so I started another challenge.
Oh, goodness. Weren't you just saying how you didn't have time?
I don't have time. I do not have time. I don't know where this imaginary time is I think that I have, but my God, I live in a land of optimism. I'll go like, so I have another YouTube channel and I've got a video prepped to go out for that. So we will in depth if you want details on that one. However, needless to say, Erin had fun. She wrapped a bunch of skeins, and I'm opening up a package a month, and I have to work on whatever. Oh my God, my hair. I have to work on whatever I open. So the challenge is to find a pattern or a project and use the yarn. Again, the idea is to make more room in my stash for new yarn, right? Overwhelming goal. Because I am actively advertising for other people who are destashing their yarn to enhance my stash, to enhance the hoard, to enhance the hoard. I opened up these two skeins this month because she did as one skein. Some there's like there I think there's like a sock set. There's 5 minis. There's commercial. There's hand dyed. There's twos. There's ones. Like she went to town. So like it's a variety of challenges for me. But I have a shawl and a ball, which is that wonderful variegated sparkle, which I do know is a commercial yarn. And I have a skein of ginger snap that. Like these
I
look
like how the
gorgeous
colors go
together.
together.
I
Yeah.
let an indie yarn dyer loosen my stash and said, make sure they look good. She had a lot of fun. She was rapping. There was giggling. There was barriers. So even though I couldn't see, I super couldn't see. Like she went to town on this, and I'm quite excited. So I need to find something to work on for this. So I'll go more in depth in my own video. But so I have two new cast ons this week. I literally recorded the start for the video yesterday, so like I'm not even done recording the video for this yet. So that's happening. So look forward to new things all the time. We'll see how it goes. But I wanted to show you because like look at this. I'm thinking one of my own designs. I'm thinking one of my own shawl
Which one?
designs. I don't know. I don't know. We've got like 4 or 5 contenders. I might just roll a dice, guys. I might just roll a dice. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff, and we're not even at Whip It or Rip It. And you know what? I have one more thing.
Oh my God.
I had a whole week, not 3 days. So like a lot of stuff's been happening. No? I mean, I'm also not fighting the tiny chickens, right? So like I do have a bit of an advantage going on.
Helps
While
when you're
we
not fighting the tiny chickens.
I am not tiny. Listen, fighting the tiny chickens sucks monkey cojones. And I am so sorry you're dealing with a tiny chicken invasion, because that's just not fun. Exactly. While we record, I am finishing up the last thumb on my mother's mittens. That's right. The last running late Christmas present is, as we speak, being finished. Dun dun dun.
Woo!
In fact, it's so finished, it's off the needles.
Yay!
So, nope, don't do that because then I'll walk around the apartment later today and I will be confused when I get caught in something. Stick it in a yarn skein. Here we go. We're on a darning needle. We're done. We are an FO. We're up to what, two FOs now? I have a impromptu coaster finish, and now I finished a pair of mittens, which is
Nice.
perfect timing. I can mail these to my mommy so she can have her mittens, which is good. I have to. This is an awkward thumb to seam up because I can't like. So all the other mittens I've made, I've been able to just stick my hand in because they've been for people who have roughly the same size hands I do in like length or width and stuff. Because of the niece's
Hmm.
boyfriend, myself, my sister, her hands aren't that different than mine. They're more narrow, so like it's a snug fit. So like I wouldn't want to have that as a mitten. It'd be too tight for me. But the length is the same because my sister has those nice long piano fingers. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Them fingers. My mom does not. My mom has a perfectly reasonable hand for the size of human that she is. But the size of human that she is not close to the size of human I am. So I've got my hand in her mitten because the width is fine, but like my thumb starts down here. So like my wrist is here. And I can't get my
Interesting.
hand, and my fingers are kind of crunched in the top because like I've got a little claw curve going on because I don't want to stretch the mitten out. It's not my mitten. So this is awkward, but you need something in the thumb to seam up the thumb properly and not like have stitches showing in the wrong spot. Like you don't want to cinch off part of the thumb, right?
Yeah.
So my life is intriguing right now. Let's go with intriguing. That's a way of phrasing it. So while we sit here and record, I am I'm sewing my hair into it. I am finishing my mother's mittens. These are off of one of my patterns. This is from the Midwinter Mitt, which is from the Midwinter collection. It's a series of cowl, hat, and mittens, or fingerless mittens, because we all know I love a fingerless mitten, that you can make with DK or worsted weight yarn. And I can show you the finished one that I've done the edge. Like now I just have to weave in ends on the thumb and we're finished. Like there's just the ends on the second thumb and we're done. That is how close to like a FFFO fully and it's out the door. As you can see, it has this little zigzag stitch, slip stitch detail when you change
Hmm.
colors. Mom's are done in two colors. Again, that beautiful chocolate brown from Impeccable and that wonderful variegated light blue skein that I had. Like you can see where you get this little patch of white.
Yeah.
I love what
Those
variegated
are
yarns
cute.
do. Aren't they cute? So I've now made a bazillion pairs of mittens and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to immediately cast on another pair for myself because I like mittens. I like how snug I made these for everybody. So like they're an interlayer, so you could like put garbage mittens over top, but you can pull your garbage mitts
Nice.
off and like actually do stuff. So I'm going to finish this, but that makes what, three FOs? We have got a coaster, no, two FOs. We have a coaster and a pair of mittens. I am two FOs down, so that's two projects finished to go into the spreadsheet of doom for the year, and then move on to other things. So even though I'm casting stuff on, I'm casting stuff off. And in theory, I've got the purse done next week. So far, I've been rocking at least one FO every episode since January started.
Nice.
My production levels are quite respectable. Holy schnickerdoodles. Okay, that's
I've
it.
ripped lots of stuff. That's my
We can
productivity.
You know what? That's fine. It needed to be done, and you need to claim your floor back. So let's keep up on the ripping. I was at that stage a few months ago. I do not envy you the process. I do not envy you the process. But we have whip it or rip it.
We do.
It's time to see how things go. Also, guys, Diana has so many blankets casted on.
I know.
She's gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
put a
end up with
blanket up.
blankets. I
She's gonna end up
know.
putting a blanket up.
It's gonna come down to blankets.
It's gonna come down to blankets. Okay, I've been casting on with Wild Abandon, so I'm safe. You, however, my dear, what were you working on this week? I've forgotten. My
I
brain
was
is like
working on the
falling out my ears.
I was working on the Toast tank. I said I was going to finish the back and do 2 inches on the front.
Wait, I forgot you said the tools to tank. Okay, okay, okay. A more important question. Do you know what you're doing this week? How'd the tools to tank
I have
go?
not figured out what I'm doing this week. My my brain cells have been eaten by the tiny chickens.
I
So
understand.
I'm taking
I
suggestions. It has to
understand.
be something that I can do while battling tiny chickens.
You know, I'm going to recommend one
Maybe
of the
sock.
blankets
You know,
or sock because those blankets don't require a lot of thought and they're long, long rows of paw plotting.
either a blanket or a sock. I'll give
Sock.
it some
Yeah.
thought.
Okay. Okay. You were working on your tools, right? Because you wanted to finish the back and you wanted to have 2 inches in the front.
Yeah,
Am I
that's what I wrote
overestimating?
down, so I hope that's what I said. That is a back off the needles.
Yay!
Look at
Which is
that.
good.
And then behold, at least 2 inches of front. I kept working on it while we were recording
That's
because it
fine.
was here.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I have way over 2 inches for
That's
sure.
fine. Take the progress, man. Take the progress.
So
Oh, you were so close to a
ta-da.
finish. You're so close to a finish.
So I'm on the second batch of decreases that I need to repeat a bunch of times, and then I need to do some ribbing, and
Okay.
then that's the front done.
Hmm.
And then I just have to pick up around the armholes for the straps,
Oh, you are
and then
super
that's
close.
done. It's very close to being done.
Hot dang.
We'll get a
Alrighty
finish
then.
eventually.
That's exciting. Okay.
But
Okay.
it's gonna be
I
very
like it.
cute.
I think it's going to be adorable. I cannot wait to see you wearing that in the summer. It's going to be so good. So
Oh, this is gonna come up
good.
quite high. This is fantastic. This is gonna come like all the way up,
Yeah, yeah. Which
just
you
judging by
like.
where the armpits are. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is gonna be good. It'll be very cute.
Excellent. Oh, I'm so excited. And it's a
All right, I'm gonna
success,
put
which
that
is even
down now
better.
because
Because I'm,
I don't wanna, because
I
I
don't
don't
wanna.
wanna,
I don't
I
wanna.
don't wanna.
Is that the
That's what I
official?
say.
It's the official phrasing?
I don't wanna.
No, no, no. You're done. No
I
more.
did my whip it or rip it. I succeeded. I whipped it. I will not rip it. But it can go back in its bag and I don't have to look at it now.
Well, if this is what we need to do to get projects finished, then here we are. Guess what I did?
Apparently it is. Hey, the thing
Is done.
that I forgot what it's called.
It's the ragdoll snood from Alt Knots. Let's pull the hair into the snood so it's dramatic. And I made it a bit bigger, so it'd be a bit more dramatic. We're not washed, we're not blocked. I literally seamed it together this morning before we started recording. So she needs a bath before we're fully drapable, because we'll have a little bit of growth in every direction. But
That is cute.
there we go. One finished snood.
Such drama.
Such drama. I'm very excited because it's not too close to my neck because, well, I overheat. Because, my God, do I overheat? But it can just be a very big cowl if I want it to be a very big cowl. My hair and me are having an argument today.
As one
So
does.
she can be a cowl or she can be a hood, whatever I need her to be. But she's big. She's a big tube. I made a big tube, guys.
Good tube.
Good tube. But oh my God, I love this ragdoll stitch. So
Yeah, that is
freaking
very cute.
cute.
Love that.
This was used some reclaimed yarn, well over 6 inches, because well, here's my progress keeper down here, and then I did all of that. But we cycled through the white and cream tans at the start, and then we cycled into tan and blacks. So nice kind of medium beigey brown. into a black. So we did that a couple of times. And then I went and I found the other chunk of white that I had and I did the second half. But again, it's not washed or blocked. So like this bad boy is going to grow still. But it has definitely put me on the Snood kick. So hence the
Nice.
theoretical cast on. I think I'm going to do that Beetle mood Snood. So
I like it.
another alt knots pattern. Super good. This one I did modify to make it a bit bigger because I wanted a bit more drama. And that's fine. I'm happy with what I chose to do. I do have enough leftover yarn. I think I'm gonna whip out a quick pair of matching mittens or fingerless mittens in the same stitch pattern, same like ragdoll stitch pattern situation going on here, so that I can
Mm.
have matching mittens to go with the cowl, hood,
Okay.
snood thing. I've got either fingerless or mittens. I haven't decided yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and whatever it feels right to finish, that's what I'm going to finish. I've got some ends to deal with, but I need to wash it first and block it before I trim off the ends that I've crocheted in. So there we go. A success. It is done. It's another FO. So I am at 3 FOs this week.
Nice.
Totally missed the coffee table. Okay, cool.
Do you have thoughts on what you're going to do for this next week?
No. No, no.
I think I'm going to go with sock because
Okay.
it's here, it's small,
Yes.
it's easy. I can do it with my tiny chicken brain.
Okay. Do you want to put a progress keeper in and claim what progress you need to have done?
I have updated the progress keeper. We are approximately an inch above the heel.
Okay.
So let me just do a quick measurement because like 2 inches is like nothing on a sock.
Two
So
inches
let
is
me see
nothing
if
on a
it's
sock.
reasonable to say finish the leg of the sock.
While you do that, I'm going to disappear off frame and go get a bag of
Oh yeah,
projects
okay.
and
So
we'll pick from there.
I'm about 3.5 inches from the cuff. So let's say finish the leg, get to the cuff. Don't have to finish the cuff. We'll just say I will declare that I will finish the leg up to but not including the cuff. That is that it will be the whip it or whip it for the week. Oh, these tiny chickens are taking all my oxygen. It sucks.
They do that. They take all your oxygen, they take all your brain space, they take all your energy, and then they kick you in the teeth when you're down. They're rude,
Ugh.
rude chickens. I have a big old bag full of projects we can pick from. Uh, I have
Guess I'll get a head start
a
and start on it right now, apparently. That's what I'm doing, because it's
yeah,
in my
well,
hands now, so
it's
that's what's happening.
that's fine. Autopilot that. I started a crochet top design. I could do that. I have the resonance wrap. I could do that. I'm literally just open up the bags and seeing what I've got and things. Uh, no, because I'm not solid on that pattern. I don't
I should
want to
update my sticky
redo.
note.
Okay, so I do. I'm going to redo the Oak of Life shawl on a bigger scale for me, but I've not washed and blocked the first one, so I don't want to start the second one yet, just in case it actually is big enough on its own. So I have the resonance wrap, which we've all seen. It's that color changing one where I change every
Right,
rose.
right.
There's a DK weight crochet top I just started. That's a design because I'm making it up as I go, therefore it's a design. Or, God, I love your bag. Do I make those mittens to go with the wrap I finished to go with the hood I finished this week? What are we vibing? Am I doing mittens, a t-shirt, or a shawl?
T-shirt.
T-shirt? Okay, it's all crochet. So I'm gonna go, the t-shirt is literally a strip of 2 rows of one color. And it's a project design, so I will say 2 inches because I write as I create. So there is a writing component in there. So I'm gonna go 2 to 4 inches of progress on a t-shirt design. That is currently right now half an inch. It's a cast on edge in the first crochet strip. Like that's all it is. We'll go with the t-shirt.
Eh, yeah,
Works for me.
that's I do declare.
I want to
I
make
have updated my sticky note. There.
I
Now
have
I know what I'm doing this week.
a lot of tank tops that I wear in the summer. So I want to make a nice horizontal striped, very loose open weave t-shirt situation that I can throw over the tank top to look a little classier to like do events and stuff, but not necessarily add any weight.
Right.
So I'm using some Aran and Fireweed Fabrico yarn, unshockingly, and some of the Barocco vintage that I have on a very loose gauge. Like it's a DK weight, and I think I'm using like a 6.5 millimeter hook. Like it's a very loose gauge for crochet because I want all the drape and summer drape stuff. So I'm literally making a t-shirt. It's nothing fancy, but all the t-shirts I said they're all the crew neck ones, and I want a V-neck, right? So there's a bit of design element. And I hate when you do stripes and then the stripes on the arms go the wrong way. I want my
Mm-hmm.
stripes on my arms to match the stripes on my body, so that's also a different sort of creation technique. I've read a couple of patterns that utilize that. So I've seen like what other people have done. So I'm sort of figuring out how to make it work for me. So we're not going big on progress because we're pattern writing as we go. So like 2 to 4 inches of progress, I think. And I will show that next week. Oh, excellent. I did a lot this week.
You did.
It's not like I'm slowing down any. Let's do a Patreon ad and then I think we'll call her done for the day.
Amazing. I need a nap.
I don't blame you.
Oh, if you'd like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at patreon.com/NorthernKnitsPodcast. Any
I
level of
understand how
support
hard
gets
it
you
is to
access.
function.
This is terrible. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server,
Uh-huh.
where we talk about all manner of things and complain about our tiny chicken plagues
Mm-hmm.
and
They
probably
suck.
share food recipes to help battle the tiny chickens. Maybe I should
Mhm.
consult in the food channel.
You should. You should. I mean, you could
Oh,
post to the food channel that you need some comfort tiny chicken plague fighting recipes, and I'm sure everybody will help you out.
yeah, I probably would.
They would help you out, absolutely.
Got some homemade chicken stock. Could get some really good
Um,
chicken noodle soup.
yes. And you don't even have to cook the chicken. Ask Mr. Diana to pick up a rotisserie chicken on the way home.
Oh, he cooked the chicken last night. That's why we have fresh chicken stock.
Even better. Yeah, make yourself some chicken noodle soup. You just need some carrots, some chicken, some noodles, chicken stock. You're good.
I'm going to see if I can talk Mr. Diana into making me chicken ramen for dinner.
That will work. That will work. I had ramen earlier this week. It was mushroom ramen. I ate too much of it. I might explode.
That sounds good too.
Oh, super good. Soup. It is soup season. It's soup and stew season. Yeah, soup and stew season. It's a thing. However, as always, guys, oh yeah, budgets. They're a real life thing. If you can't financially support liking the videos and commenting down below with questions and inquiries and letting us know what you're working on is beyond appreciated from our perspective. It lets us know we're not just talking to the ether. Always good. It helps. It all helps. Follow us on Instagram as well as other places, and we will catch you guys at the next live. We do have some paid content that is behind walls. Not a lot, but we do have some, and we're working on more for the YouTube members. This past Saturday, we just did a stream with Diana sorting things, and we're hoping to continue to expand out and give more content to the YouTube members when we can. However, Diana needs to go have a nap, so I'm going to say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to
Don't
craft.
forget to craft.
Oh, babe, you gotta go to
I
bed.
remembered. I took my last brain cell for that.
Yep, that's totally fair.